Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Goofcast. Woohoo! Yay!
Woo,
Wow! It's your fellas once again, Kyle,
Cameron,
and Drew.
and we're here to talk about things once again. What kind of things are those that you may ask? It's Smash Bros.
That's it.
Yep, the whole thing, the whole time.
The whole thing.
Yep, Smash Ultimate, newest Smash. Joker just came out a week ago now,
I think.
Yeah.
about then, and
For me, it was like a little bit later.
Because
the servers were down for like hours.
I heard about that.
I didn't get until like midnight.
Well, yeah, because I left work at 9, and then
It came out at
someone sent
9.
the video to the no, yeah, it was the night before. Someone sent the video to the chat like, hey, Joker's just kind of here now, which I guess kind of ruined my theory that we were gonna get info about him Wednesday when we get the Persona 5R reveal. So I mean, hey,
Did you say that last Goofcast?
probably.
All right, we've already defuncted half of the things on the last Goofcast.
Perfect.
I've proven myself wrong, as I always do. But honestly, that was really out of nowhere, because it wasn't like in a direct or anything. They were just like, Joker time. And also the Smash Builder and the app, I guess. There's a lot going on with that. We could talk about that. Like,
What app?
I was gonna say there's
yeah,
an app.
The Smash
or
Brothers
Smash
app or
World.
the-
Smash World.
What?
Yeah, that's how there's a thing where you can like share stages and
Oh.
your videos that you can edit using the Super Smash Brothers video editor. The video editor that's gonna
Finally.
put Adobe out of business.
Finally.
Premiere, Windows Movie Maker, Final Cut, you're done. Nintendo's on the market for video editing.
Guys, let's make him a Shinema.
Please.
We'll bring it back. We'll resurrect it.
I don't know. Red versus Blue is still going somehow.
Machinima isn't though.
Yeah.
It's on. It's out, dude.
I want to try the Smash video editor just because I want to see I just want to see what it's like.
I can edit videos of me getting destroyed because I'm not good.
Same. But
I've never played.
the stage builder is back, and
I like the stage builder.
it's back and better than ever because you can share stages now, and it's better. It's certainly something.
It's great. It's
Can't
great.
wait.
I've downloaded so many. They're great.
That's a cool thing about it too, because you couldn't do that in the other Smash.
Yeah, and Brawl because
Do they even have a stage builder in 4?
I don't remember.
They had one in Brawl. I remember that.
I know Brawl because
And that was when Nintendo was like, "What's internet?"
that's cause I made a really fun stage that was just a giant box that once you got into it, you couldn't get out because there was just a 1 block gap, and so it would always go to sudden death, and there would always be the bombs falling, and once you get to 999%, it would just be like someone would move within 5 feet of you and just be like bounce, 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 bounce.
you
And then
die?
you fall. No, because you couldn't get out.
Oh.
And it wasn't like they added in this one where I believe you can set it to when you hit a certain percent, you just die.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just
Wow.
keep going. It was intense.
Ow.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I haven't tried the stage builder. It looks really
I
cool
haven't
because you can add like
built
moving
stages.
stuff now,
Yeah.
and like foreground and backgrounds. You can like make a legitimate stage. Like I think someone made Poke Floats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
The
seen it.
best stage?
I would say yes.
I don't like
There's
those floats.
it is certainly a stage in a Smash Bros game that exists.
I saw someone build a little person only room kind of thing. So if you're like a little character, you could squeeze under this gap by crouching.
Ganondorf ain't going in.
And Snake was the only non-little person that could get in because he like just army crawls in.
Oh yeah.
That's perfect.
So,
Hello,
I wonder if you can
children.
slide under with Joker's down tilt.
Maybe.
Speaking of my boy Joker, he's really fun.
He's cool.
He
He's got
was-
a gun.
He certainly does have a gun.
I love the moment in the reveal where it's showing his moveset and it just gun pops up and he's just like
Gun shoots a bullet at your opponent. It sure
Snake's
does.
like, wait.
Wait, I'm the gun guy.
He's got an RPG but no gun.
Yeah, Snake has a rocket launcher, grenades, like a mortar, but no
a
gun.
box. He has a box.
Joker, honestly, because how I kind of imagined he was gonna play was each of his I thought he was either gonna be like Pokemon Trainer, where you could like swap out his personas, and he would have like a kind of different moveset there, or it was gonna be like, you know, his up B, his side B, his A, and all that was gonna be like a different persona.
That'd be interesting.
But no, they
That'd
took
be
it.
cool.
They took him like a Cloud route, but also kind of not Cloud route, because like he has the little rebellion meter, which kind of works like Cloud's limit breaker meter, where like, but as opposed to Cloud, where like you have just one move you do once it's filled. With Joker, once the gauge fills, Arsene comes out, and then you become good.
Yeah, you're like 3 times better.
Yeah, because your gun does the triple shot instead of Aga, you do Aegon. I don't like, I will say, how it changes from the grappling hook to the wings.
I was gonna say, I cannot stand that. There are so many times I will be fighting in that game, and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna grab him, and I go,
Yep.
and just fly into the air.
And it doesn't even, it's not even an attacking up B.
Yeah, I like in the moment in the video where it's like, yeah, you can fly up. It does no damage, and it's like, oh, okay.
I mean,
But I will say, his down B when Arsene is out. Oh boy.
His down B's good. I like his down B.
Because they
What's his
give
down
you,
B?
it's well
He
in the
snaps his
game it's called
fingers.
Tetrakarn and Makarakarn.
Oh, that's his.
And
yeah, it's
when Arsene's out,
I think of his side B.
yeah, it is a counter
Yeah.
and a reflect. I mean, you don't have to pick. It just uses whichever one's appropriate to a projectile or a melee hit. But yeah, it's a counter.
I've never been good at countering.
Joker's is pretty easy to pull off as opposed to like.
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, because like all the Fire Emblem characters, their counters are like the second you use it, so there's really nothing much to do there. But like, I know Lucario's is kind of hard because you have to like wait a second.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's hard because I'm like, all right, where was I in the wrong there? Because they attacked me during that, but it just kind of didn't work. And I know Shulk's is just kind of like, all right, have you done the counter within the past 5 minutes? Yeah, you can attack him now. It's cool. But like, no, even when Arsene isn't out, his down B is just like a damage cut.
Oh, okay.
So I think when I was going up against a computer, Ganondorf, like he was about to do the big sword slam on me, and then I was just like, nah, down B, and it was like, all right, that did like 1%, and I was like,
All right.
Ganondorf, it's time, buddy. But yeah, and the stage is super cool too. I think
Stage is the best part.
everyone kind of, anyone who's played Persona 5 could kind of guess that it was Mementos.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, that's the most. I knew it was either going to be Mementos or Kamoshida's Palace, just because those are the most like neutral Persona 5 stages that
The
wouldn't
most
like
iconic.
that. Well, just because like they're the ones you show that don't spoil anything.
Well, Persona 5's art design and elements are very strong in Mementos. So I mean, that's the one.
'Cause that's like
that's
it's
one
like
that
the
shows
main
its-
thing.
Yeah, it shows it the most.
Yeah, because if you did any if you did any of the other palaces after, it'd kind of be like, whoa, that's kind of a spoiler, I guess.
And I mean, they wouldn't be able to add the Persona 4 and 3 stuff. It was Kamoshida's Palace, so they probably
Right,
planned
yeah.
that from the beginning, and they're like, all right, how can
Yeah,
we do this
'cause
with all 3 games?
That's the other cool thing is out of nowhere they were just like, yeah, we have Persona 3 and 4 music, and I was like, oh yes.
I know, it's great.
Because they were just like, and there's one more surprise in Mementos, and then Mass Destruction comes on, and I was like,
I'm glad they did Mass Destruction.
and it's really cool because the stage it changes color and effect, like you were saying, to like kind of the art style of Personas 3 and 4.
I love 3s. I love the clocks.
It looks really good. I like what I think I noticed the most changes in 4, just as far as like from the yellow and like
Yeah.
all the flowers everywhere, and they added Time to Make History, which is like one of the
best one.
objective best
best
Persona
songs.
battle themes, and it's really fun to just beat up Smash Bros characters to those songs because it's something I never imagined I'd ever be able
Yeah.
to do.
Did you
What a time
notice
to be
that,
alive.
What?
I said, what a time to be alive.
No, did you notice that for Area of the Soul, it credits it as from Persona 1?
Does it really?
Yeah. They referenced it. It's from Revelations Persona, not Persona 3 or 4.
It's time. It's a sign. We're going to get Persona 1 and 2. We're gonna get them finally after all these years. Atlas is gonna finally acknowledge them. We're gonna get Persona 1 dancing.
Wow.
It's time. The game that everyone wants. Absolutely not a just straight remake of the game. Just dancing.
That'd be horrible.
HD textures, everything. Just
Oh
just,
man.
just no game. No game. You don't get it.
That'd be rough.
That'd be terrible.
That would be outrage.
probably.
I guess I really should play Persona.
You should.
Absolutely.
Or I can just watch a walkthrough. I'm sure there's like
Maybe wait until Wednesday when they might
Can
announce a
you?
Switch version.
Can you watch a walkthrough? Remember how Atlas like banned Let's Plays on Persona 5?
I mean, I've seen footage of Persona 5 on YouTube.
I remember them
Also, I mean, I've recorded it for gameplay for a segment, as did Mike when he.
Well, yeah, you
reviewed
can
it.
record it. It's just if you upload it, you get striked immediately. I thought.
Well, in making in making one of my more recent segments, I was unable to convert my footage, so I had to take all of the gameplay footage, upload it to my YouTube channel, and then download it from my YouTube channel so that I could use it to edit. And I uploaded some Persona stuff, and it's still up.
I think it's more like full Let's Plays.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. The video I recorded was pretty long.
I do.
I mean,
know
I had
that
no commentary,
they,
but that's even weirder because I didn't have any commentary over it. It's just straight the gameplay with no like edits in it whatsoever. So I would think that'd get taken down even quicker.
I just remember that happening because I remember when it came out, Let's Play channel.
I know when it came. Well, I know the entire game is still a blocked scene.
Yeah, I know they lessened the. I remember Atlas saying that they like lessened the how hard they were going on it, but I thought it was still like blocked or something. It's weird.
I don't know. Well, because I know we tried to do the PS4 like screen sharing nonsense one time because Colin's playing it right now.
Oh yeah.
And he tried to do the screen sharing with me, and it was like, all right, yeah, he's in a blocked scene. Just wait for him to finish. And I was like,
yeah,
I did
that.
That's the whole game.
Yeah. Someone tried to do that with me when I was playing Persona 5, and I wouldn't let them.
Yeah, and I mean, I get why they did it, just so no one just uploads everything immediately to YouTube and like spoils everything. Because there's a lot to spoil with that game as you go through each palace and like finding out what's going on. But I mean, it's been 2 years.
I know.
So I mean, plus I mean, we're about to get the announcement for Persona 5R this Wednesday as we're recording this. So. You might get that Switch version.
Oh, yeah. Remember how you guys mentioned about how Best Buy screwed up something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back there. I'm going to be working there soon, so I'll be getting that leak.
Please.
Just go in there and confirm it.
Hello.
They probably took it away.
Yeah,
Give me the Persona 5 Switch version, the Metroid Prime Trilogy, and A Link to the Past.
Oh, okay. How about
that too.
Can I offer you Pokemon Gun?
Please. Yeah, it's Joker's new move, Pokemon Gun.
Is that the move where he just shoots Pichu in the head?
That's it only gets used when he's fighting a Pokemon opponent. It just turns into Pokegun.
Could you imagine if Pokemon Gun was real? Nobody would buy Sword or Shield. It'd just be Gun. Everybody would have Gun.
See, we haven't gotten anything about like the Sword or Shield legendaries yet, which is kind of surprising since they were announced like almost 2 months ago now. We usually get something.
Yeah, the legendaries are usually at least shown.
Well, because what they've been doing for Pokemon is like they always announce it in February because it's Pokemon month. They always do it on Pokemon Day. And then like every month a Japanese magazine, Korokoro, comes out and it usually publishes some stuff. I think the only thing I've seen is in the magazine they had like they introduced a new steel move and they had like a contest and like people got to submit a name for it, which was pretty cool.
I like that.
Metal hit.
Metal punch.
It is it's the strongest steel type move in the game.
Really?
So I mean I assume it's gonna be the like legendary move or something.
Forge.
Which I mean
Forge mode. Activate.
Steel smack. Which I mean I guess we could assume that I didn't really even think about it when the games were announced, but like the legendaries are probably going to be steel types.
I kind of figured.
Sword and shield.
A lot of legendaries are actually steel types, and that's weird.
Not really. I mean, you have
Dialga.
Yeah, let's Palkia.
The best one.
Palkia is Dragon Water.
Oh, that's
Palkia's
right.
Dragon Water.
You certainly have a lot of Dragon type legendaries.
Well, dragons are awesome, so.
Steel type legendaries though. There's
Registeel.
How could I forget about Registeel?
He has steel in the name.
I know. Is he Tran? No, he's not out. That's not. Wait.
Oh, Heatran.
What do you think?
You had too much of a space in there. No, wait. I think Heatran might be steel.
I know he's.
Yeah, I think he's Fire Steel.
Okay, cool. Who else is there?
Oh yeah, Heatran.
There's Terrakion or no Cobalion from Gen 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like sword deer
that
thing.
Oh wait.
Sword.
No, I'm thinking of isn't there an ice steel from
there's
that weird ice thing from Black and White?
There's Kyurem. He's Ice Dragon.
Oh. I remember him being gray, so I thought steel.
That's fair.
I think that's it. I don't know why that seems like a lot of legendaries to me, but
Solgaleo from Sun.
oh, that's right.
Yeah, like his signature move is Sun Steel Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know.
Man,
Just name that the new move.
Sunsteel Strike.
Sun Steel Strike 2.
and Diamond and
The
I'm thinking- now
return.
that I'm thinking, Diamond and Pearl really had a bunch of like weird legendaries.
Yeah.
Like-
Diamond and Pearl had the second most legendaries.
Who has the most?
Gen 5.
Really?
Yeah, because
Oh.
Gen 5 was like, let's just keep making. Actually, well, hold on. Let me.
Is Gen 5 black and white or is it?
Yes. If
Yeah.
you have, hold on. I'm trying to add them up because you have the Sword Trio in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
You have Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem.
The Storm
That's-
Boys.
Oh yeah, you have Storm Boys.
Oh yeah, now
There's
the
4 of those? Oh,
No,
okay. You hold up 4 fingers. I was like,
Listen.
there's 4 of them?
Then there's Victini.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I should have 10 fingers up right now, but I only have 9. Yes, I should have 10.
Victini became a thing when I kind of got off of Pokemon.
There's Keldeo, Meloetta, and Genesect.
What?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I remember
Genesect.
Meloetta.
Yeah, Meloetta is really cool because she's
I
like
think I used
sing-
an action replay
sing
to
song
get
time.
Meloetta.
Action replay,
That's
the real
13
hero.
legendaries. I feel like there's more.
Probably.
Let's see, because then in Diamond and Pearl there's the Lake Trio,
Mm-hmm.
there's Regigigas, there's the like 3 staple legendaries, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus, Manaphy, Fione. That's 12.
I think that's
The
it. Oh,
Cresseline.
Heatran,
Cresselia?
Cresselia.
Cresselia, yeah.
Okay, so there are 14, so there are more in Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, Diamond and Pearl, I remember just having like legendary. It was
And
like
that
so
was
much.
before they started just putting a bunch of legendaries in the game,
Mm-hmm.
like they did, where they were just like, "Hey, just go catch every single legendary right now.
Dimension
Have fun."
portals.
I
There was that one legendary that. Wait, did you? I think you might have mentioned it. The one that can go through portals, like those
Giratina?
rings. No, the rings.
oh Hoopa, that's Gen 6.
There's a legendary named Hoopa.
Yeah.
What?
I think that's Gen 6.
I don't know.
I don't know it, so it's probably Gen 6.
That's
I-
fair.
I didn't play Black and White or Black and White 2. So
I
That's
didn't
Gen
play
5.
anything above Gen 5.
I played X, Y, Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Now that the new games are coming out, I'm kind of wanting to play the new ones, 6 and
It's
7.
8. Oh, you want to play X and Y?
I want to play. I want to
See,
play.
that's the
all-
thing. X and Y just aren't good.
Well, I still want to play them. I want to play all the ones above Black and White.
Yeah.
But I need a 3DS.
Honestly,
and
though,
Y, you
see,
can-
that's the thing. Like, that's part of the reason I don't like Gen 6 so much is X and Y aren't good, and there wasn't a third better game. So
Yeah.
you're stuck playing X and Y, and honestly,
No
like,
Z.
they're just
They teased Z for so long with
Zygarde.
yeah.
Like,
and
I think
nothing.
they just didn't. I think they wanted to do a lot with him, but they just didn't know what they didn't know how to do it right. I don't think
Yeah, I think the story that he got in like the anime was
the anime was good.
it was super complex of like what his story actually was, and I don't think they could have implemented that in the game.
That was the one where Ash had Greninja and they fused.
They did the
That's the season where Pokemon became Dragon Ball for a bit.
Whoa.
It was awesome.
Did it
and then he
become a
let
Pokemon?
Greninja go.
No, so the whole thing was like, because of Ash's bond with his Pokemon, Greninja could just kind of like,
Turn into Ash.
yeah, the whole thing was he just kind of like, it wasn't like a mega evolution state, but it was like a transformation. It was really weird.
That's dumb.
It was cool.
What?
Shut up.
That sounds stupid.
The explanation of it is dumb, but the
Yeah, no.
the
I
process
bet it
of
looks cool.
It
was
does. It looks
cool.
really
That sounds
cool.
He had a
dumb.
huge water shuriken on his back at all times. Did he have a hat? No, he didn't have a hat.
No, his like hair, kind of like,
Turned red.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was in like the style of Ash's when he doesn't have a hat.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was really cool, and like Ash should have won the league in that season.
He should have.
He made it to the finals. It's the furthest he's ever made. He should have won. I'm upset about that.
Yeah, it was. I really liked that entire thing. Like, I'm waiting for him to win.
See that I think that was a lot of the issue with like the immediate, very drastic change in art style with the Sun and Moon anime, because then they were just admittedly, compared to how good X, Y, and Z looked as the progression of the Pokemon anime, Sun and Moon was definitely a couple steps back.
Yeah, it was a stylistic choice that I didn't agree with, but
At this point in its run, considering it alone, I like it. Because, I mean, I've watched some episodes of Sun and Moon, and I mean, like, they're, for what they are, they're fine.
yeah, absolutely.
It's just, like, with the progression of Pokemon from the Indigo League to X and Y and Z, like, it just built up so much just to, like, go in a completely different direction that was kind of like... Because... with the story of Sun and Moon and how they handled X and Y story, it could have been a really good anime.
Absolutely.
That was the first Pokemon. X and Y and Z was the first Pokemon anime that I watched in Japanese.
Oh.
Whoa.
It was weird. Ash swears.
Whoa.
It was uncomfortable at first.
It's like when you're... Because how old were we when Pokemon actually came out?
The Pokemon anime aired almost 1 month after I was born.
When's your
It aired
birthday?
on April 1st, 1997.
That's preceding me by a couple months.
So, yeah, it was a little bit earlier than me. I'm a September baby.
Yeah, I appeared in the world, and then the Pokemon anime was like, all right, well, it's time, I guess.
Because I remember, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming out, like, the card game coming out, like, a couple of months after I was born. And that was super weird.
Man.
Because, like...
As old as Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself.
I know.
I'm older than, well, the Pokemon anime.
Yeah.
Wow.
Games, they got about a year on me.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, like, something about our childhood, like, changing that much is so weird.
Did the trading card game come first?
For Pokemon?
Yes. Or was it the anime?
I think
The game, it went game.
Yeah, it went game, you're right.
Well,
game,
I mean, game first,
Game-
obviously.
yeah.
Manga?
No, well,
it
the
was-
manga got released alongside the games, and obviously a little after because the games kind of, had to come out. Where's my Pokemon Adventures anime? Where is it? Who is stopping that from being a thing? Who's doing it? I want them to not do that. Give it to me now.
Here's Kyle's monologue about Pokemon Adventures.
Please, it's really good.
So, if you had to take a guess on when Pokemon, the card game, came out, when do you think that was?
98.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, no, 98 is, I believe, no, 99 or 2000 is when the Game Boy game for the TCG came out. I think either late 97 or early 98.
That's probably correct.
I'm gonna go with September.
It came out in October 20th, 1996, containing 102 cards.
Okay, so
The
like
OG.
it's like 8 months after the game came out.
Yes. Which is...
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
now that I think
that's
about it.
super interesting, because... Let's see. February 27th, Pokemon Green and Red came out in 1996.
Yeah, because they came out February 27th, because that's Pokemon Day.
Wow.
Complete with 151 Pokemon, including Mew. Although Mew was never able to be captured except for a...
Cheat.
Except for going to the
truck.
events, cheating.
Yep.
Cheating.
Let's
Did I
not forget
mention
cheating.
cheating?
After the games, a Pokemon trading card game was developed by Media Factory with its own set of rules. The first set of cards were released October 20th, 1996, containing 102 cards, became very popular, and was modeled off of the very popular card game
Wait,
Magic
it's
the
popular?
Gathering.
Wait, Pokemon was modeled after Magic?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Your energy is essentially mana from Magic the
yeah.
Gathering.
Like land?
Mm-hmm.
I am
Oh.
so incredibly disappointed now.
In Pokemon or Magic?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, you know how cool it would be to go to a Pokemon event like back then? Because they had like
Yeah.
terminals and
Yeah.
stuff.
I went
Now
to
it's just like download it off the internet.
a Pokemon card event a couple of years
Not
ago.
a card event, like a game event.
Oh
like a
yeah, that was-
legendary.
I went to one with Ruby.
Did you? Did
Yeah,
they have like
I
a
got-
terminal?
Yeah, it was at Toys R Us.
Yeah, didn't you like link your Game Boy up?
Yeah,
to
that's
it?
how I got Mew.
That's
Yep,
so
that's
cool.
how I got Mew.
I didn't go
That's
to any of them.
because what I did is I got Mew on Ruby, but I had already beaten the game, so I couldn't really use him. But
I put him
through
in Emerald.
through transferring him up, I actually used him in my first run through of Soul Silver. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
So, apparently we were wrong about the manga.
I mean, that's true.
Probably. The franchise also won many manga interpretations, the first being Pokemon Pocket Monsters, which was first collected and published November 1996.
Is that Pocket Monster Special?
Doesn't say, it just says Pokemon Pocket Monsters. This was chiefly a gag manga.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not Pokemon Adventures.
This was the first one, depicting the crude humor and slapstick, starring a trainer named Red and his rude Clefairy.
Yeah, that's where they almost made Ash's starter Clefairy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Could you imagine society?
Did you imagine how different the world would be with a big Clefairy every year in the Macy's parade
That's
instead
exactly
of
where I was
Pikachu?
going.
Detective Clefairy.
Dude, that'd be great. That's so cool.
I don't like Clefairy.
I love Clefairy. Clefairy's great.
I don't want to see that real though.
Could you imagine Clefairy being in Smash Bros. Instead of Pikachu?
I mean, we've got Jigglypuff. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, would Jigglypuff still be in Smash, or would it be like Clefairy and then Pikachu?
I think it would have been Clefairy and Pikachu, or
Because I
Smash
mean,
Bros.
Clefairy and Jigglypuff. I mean, as far as movesets and typing go, they're essentially the same Pokemon.
yeah, because Clefairy did pick up the fairy type.
There's even an evolution through Moonstone.
Yep.
A baby Pokemon introduced in Gen 2.
Uh-huh.
They're round and pink. Like,
They're cute.
It's really weird that they came out in the same gen and they're almost exactly the same.
no, it's not. Gen 1 Gen 1's got some good designs. It's got some not very good designs.
You mean the ball?
Yeah.
The ball.
And then the ball? The
And then
slightly bigger ball?
Rhinoceros.
And then bigger Rhinoceros, who was actually the first Pokemon ever modeled.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
I
that's like
remember.
common knowledge at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I think everyone knows Rhydon.
April 1st, 1997 is when
Yeah, that's when the anime came out.
Yeah, that's when the anime came out. I'm just getting I'm digging a hole into Pokemon right now, and it's interesting. Pokemon Adventures.
Yeah, that,
First volume was published August 8th, 1997.
yeah, because I know yeah, because they've been releasing alongside the games ever since, and just no one knows about them.
Yeah.
Just because they're not like a super. I mean, obviously, over here manga isn't a super
Mm-hmm.
commonplace medium, but because I even when I read it online, there's a couple of them where sometimes the scan would have it right to left like it's supposed to be, but then there were others that had it left to right, like they would
Yeah.
bring it over here, which
Yeah.
gets really weird when it does that, because sometimes you get
Spoilers.
like a double panel page,
Oh.
and so sometimes it would just look a little weird because it's supposed to be on one side of the page and it's not, and I'm like, huh.
So you're
what's
telling me
going on
they
there?
like scan everything in and then reverse it?
Well, the
Or
thing.
did they release a specific...
Well, the thing is, since Pokemon is so popular,
Yeah, I was gonna say
they released some of the volumes of Pokemon Adventures as a comic book rather than the manga.
That's weird.
I mean, it's literally the same thing, just a different
That's just weird, though, I
culture's
don't
way
know.
of calling it. But yeah, no, because I've seen physical volumes of Pokemon Adventures that are left to right,
Whoa.
and it's after reading as much manga as I have, it's really hard to read a comic from left to right. I don't know why. It's like whenever I see a comic panel, I instinctively go to the right.
Yeah. Sometimes
And
I'll
then
see
left.
memes and from like manga, and
Yep.
I'll be like, I'll read this right to left, and they'll be like, they'll formatted it right to left, and I'll be like, what does this mean? And I'm like, oh, they formatted it wrong.
Yeah,
Some people get it right though.
man, I just love Pokemon Adventures. It's so good. It's the slightly more mature story that Pokemon always could have told but didn't because it was marketed towards kids, and it really pulls off the like mature yet also accessible to kids like style that is exactly what like it's what the story in the games has like kind of been starting to do with Sun and Moon. Like Sun and Moon, there's some moments where I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here?
Guys, I'm reading this Wikipedia. And it's just whew.
For what? Just
That's what-
Pokemon in
Just
general?
Pokemon, yeah, like the
I just
origins. Like
read
I
the
didn't know they had
Wikipedia.
a magazine that was just Pokemon Wonderland. And
I read a couple Pokemon magazines.
I didn't know about that. And
Yeah, Pokemon's a lot bigger than we see it as here.
oh yeah, absolutely.
They just didn't bother giving us a lot of that stuff because no one cares about us.
That's fair.
I really think it peaked here in like Heart Gold Soul Silver time.
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah.
Because I remember I would get a weekly magazine and like I'd read everything.
DS era, like fourth gen was where, because that's when like, well, Ruby and Sapphire was really like the gateway for everyone. I feel to kind of get into it, like with the Game Boy, and everyone kind of started getting to that age, where it started becoming more popular. And then Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, and it was like, whoa, this is all really good. And then Black and White came out, and everyone was like, these aren't very good, and stopped playing them.
Yeah.
And here we are today with Sword and Shield looming over the corner. They look really good, though.
They do.
Sword and Shield's going to be a big turning point, I think.
It really will.
I mean, they even said
It's going to be on the Switch, so.
they even said during like their thing, they're like, they want this to be Pokemon's Breath of the Wild or Odyssey.
That's going to be real tough, but
I mean, I think at this point in the series, I don't want to say they need to do it, because I mean, the sales numbers have proven they don't need to do it.
It's a good,
but like, as far as
it's getting me back into
as
it.
far as with what they've done with it, or what they can do with Pokemon, I think that this is absolutely the gen that they could do that.
Yeah, and going on to a new console and everything, it's kind of like the perfect moment to try it out.
Yeah, because the Switch is kind of the Nintendo's like, well, after the Wii U, let's just try it. Let's see what works and what doesn't. And everything's worked out pretty well so far.
Yeah, we've had Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch.
I really think the Switch is it's really just a Wii U 2.0. It takes the concept that Nintendo had for the Wii U and multiplies it like tenfold and makes it better.
Yeah. Man, I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't get overshadowed in like a couple months when Xbox and the new PlayStation get announced.
Unless they're
even
portable,
though,
it won't.
Very interesting. I don't know if you guys heard this. Sony's not going to be at E3.
Yeah, I did hear that, which makes me think that they're not.
The only live, like big live show is going to be Microsoft, because Nintendo's going to have their Direct.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what Sony will do. I wonder if it'll be like a similar thing to Nintendo.
Well, I think they're just not doing a presentation. I
feel like they're just.
I feel like the PS5 isn't quite ready yet.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think they're gonna take a little bit more time.
I've seen articles they're talking about it like it's gonna be super powerful.
I think it's not ready to be unveiled, because I think they don't want to rush it, kind of like Microsoft did with the 360, or like Nintendo kind of did with the Wii U.
This is gonna be interesting, because I don't know, because like.
Well, what's gonna be really interesting about this gen is technically Nintendo is, as far as console iterations, a generation ahead. But they're also, I mean, specs-wise, on the same level, if not a little lower still, than the Xbox One and the PS4. So when the Xbox One 2 plus S4 comes out,
360 Pro,
and then the PS5 come out, like, I'm just kind of wondering, like, especially with how cross-platform the Switch has been, like, I kind of want to know what's going to happen with that, because, I mean, if the new Xbox and the PS5 are going to be like as graphically impressive and everything as everyone says they are, like, you're probably going to have to do a lot of downgrading to put a game on the Switch.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
True.
I don't know if I actually see Xbox and PS5, PS5 or whatever it's being called, being that like graphically powerful, just because if they're going to cost that much, you might as well buy a PC.
I've been saying for years, Microsoft ought to just stop making the Xbox and just make a PC console hybrid.
Yeah, exactly.
Of all the companies, I mean,
they could do it.
They have Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they could absolutely do it, and
they're kind of already doing it with the Xbox.
See, they're doing it wrong though. The Xbox One is a console that can do some features that a PC can. They need to do the inverse of that, which is basically
I think it's coming.
A like 75 PC, 25 console.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just like you can do computer stuff, like you can add to it, but like they have a dedicated library to it that
the
they're
Windows
making,
Store.
basically. As opposed to like whereas they'll be like the new Forza game coming out for Xbox, it'll be like the new Forza game is coming out for this whatever we're calling it, the X-Top.
I think that kind of concept's already in its early stages. Because, I mean, they're already adding games to PC. Like
right.
Master Chief Collection.
That's so interesting.
Once that happened, I was kind of, in the back of my mind, I was like, I wonder if they're doing that to kind of, like, get ready for that. I mean,
probably.
Like
I
I've been
feel
saying,
like they're laying down the framework.
Right when,
it's possible.
like, about a year after the Xbox One was done, I was like, it would just make too much sense for them to do that. Because, like, that's the whole thing with the Xbox. Like, yeah, it's graphically and spec-wise, it's very impressive, but like, there is no driving sales factor to the Xbox other than sure looks pretty.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
pretty much it.
Nintendo has all their exclusives and whatnot. Sony
You got your
has
Nintendo box.
all their exclusives and whatnot. And I mean,
Xbox got
there's
nothing anymore.
always there's a Halo, Forza, Gears of War, like
On PC.
exactly. Now they're
Yeah,
on PC now, so there's literally no drive to buy an Xbox and and then there's the whole like PC gaming spectrum with your upgradable parts and everything, and that's where Microsoft could have the edge over
Sony and
the
Nintendo.
legitimate edge, not just the people buy Xbox because everyone else buys Xbox edge.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing, and I mean, like,
It is a brand loyalty kind of thing.
if you have friends who have an Xbox and you want to play online games with them,
Yep.
you get an Xbox.
That's why I got my 360.
That's why I got.
That's
mine.
why I got my 360.
I think the 360 was better than the PS3,
Me too.
but the PS4 is obviously better than the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I wonder if the new consoles are going to have ray tracing, because like that's a big thing that the PC market's coming out with, is that ray tracing is going to be like the fastest way to process graphics and all kinds of things. Like they've already started making games for it called Dragon Hound, I think, where you ride a horse that's got a Gatling gun on it as you fight moving fortresses and dragons.
That sounds like some JoJo stuff.
It really
That's awesome. I want to
is.
play that.
It looks so good, but like there's no release date or anything for it. But they're like advertising the game like with ray tracing, and it looks so good. But I don't know. I want to
All
see.
I heard was that the PS5 is supposed to be really super powerful, and I don't remember if I like dreamt it or I saw it, but I saw something
I
that was
feel
like
that.
PS4 compatibility, like backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I think. you
I'd
did see
really like that.
that. I think that's
Seeing
real.
as I got a PS4 like a year ago.
No, yeah. If the PS5 is backwards compatibility, bam,
Please.
I'm getting a PS5.
Yeah.
Like, no question.
Plus, I mean, it's
probably gonna get one anyway.
it's not like the situation where everything's coming out at once, so I'm not already also spending money on a Nintendo console, so I can just spend my money on the PlayStation 5.
It has been confirmed for backwards compatibility.
Yes.
Good job, Sony.
I also heard that the price is gonna be like $500.
That makes sense right out the bat.
That's bad. I don't have $500. I have like
That-
$1.
But I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, didn't the PS4 also launch at like a
It
ridiculous
might
base
have.
price?
Yeah, it was
They
like-
always launch at pretty expensive prices.
So
I
they-
remember,
the
I remember something
GameCube
about
launched at, like,
something about the
$279.
PS4 was like ridiculous. It's launch wasn't it? It was like I remember there being like some nonsense about that with the PS4 launch price.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to wait too long to get it though,
See,
I would.
That's the thing is like
because I have my Switch, I guess, and I got a PC, so I guess I could just go for PC.
I don't
until-
want to have a situation where like, well, and then like the PS5 Pro or whatever kind of nonsense they come out, and I'm like, man, there's that now.
I would wait till they come out with the new, like the quote unquote upgrade version of the PS5, just so that way the original one drops in price.
Well, that too. Like, I mean, as far as Sony games go, I mean, they have a lot of cool exclusive JRPG stuff, but like the PS5, I'm more comfortable with like waiting until there's a game that I absolutely
until
need.
Persona 6 gets announced.
Yeah. Persona 6, new Neptune game,
Anything.
so
something.
I've got the
Please.
PlayStation 5's details. 8-core
Whoa.
CPU, Navi GPU architecture. Don't know what that means. Ray tracing support, so we'll have ray
There you
tracing.
go. Your question's answered.
Whoa.
New 3D audio chip. Don't know what that
Whoa.
means.
Probably 3D audio.
That look, 8K resolution support, 2 terabyte SSD, 24 GDDR6 shared memory,
How much was that?
24 gigs,
Oh, that's a beefy boy.
4 gigs of DDR4 RAM,
Oh,
and the price tag is $500.
yeah, it's too much for me.
Yeah, that's
Look up the original look up PS4 launch price.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't know if I'll pay $500 for it at launch.
Yeah, that's a little
300 was a little hard for me to swing for the Switch.
Same.
I mean, the Wii U was 250. No, the Wii U was 300.
300, yeah.
The good version of the Wii U was
I
300.
think the GameCube launched at 300.
I
didn't it?
don't
Or like
remember.
I think it was like 279.
I was 4 years old when
Oh,
the
yeah.
GameCube launched. We talked about that this morning.
I got one for Christmas.
In 2014, the PlayStation 4 launched at $400, and later when the PlayStation Pro came out,
When did that come out?
2016,
Yeah.
the PlayStation 4 dropped to $300.
It's already been 3 years since the Pro came out.
Yeah.
Right?
It's been a minute.
And that's why they're coming out with 5.
Ooh.
The PS5, it's just gonna be a Persona 5 machine.
Well,
That's all it's gonna play.
You're just going to hear Persona coming from the disk drive at all times.
Do you guys think they're
Please.
gonna announce a enhanced Switch?
See,
I've heard they confirmed a not
VR.
an unenhanced Switch.
I've
like-
seen a lot about that, and there's a lot that I both like and don't like about both concepts. One, I think it's way too early for them to do anything with a new iteration of the Switch. I think they need to wait at least another year. I'd prefer 2, just because, I mean...
Nah, I don't know. I think it's.
I mean,
it's fine.
The Switch is only 2 years old.
Yeah.
I guess as Cameron just revealed to us, the PS4 Pro came out 2 years after the PS4. But, see, because I heard about the Switch Mini, which was basically just like tablet time.
Yeah.
It was basically
unhook
just like the Wii U
Joy-Cons.
gamepad,
Yeah.
but a whole console.
I think that's a good idea.
See,
I think Nintendo's making a huge tons of money.
I think that it is an idea that doesn't hinder me in any way, so I'm not like opposed to it. I just,
I feel like if people have been wanting a Switch, and people who don't get the Switch are gonna see this little Switch and be like,
like
"Oh, it's cheaper. All right, I'm gonna buy it."
It's like
and
it's
then
like
Nintendo's
the
gonna make-
2DS.
Yeah, then Nintendo's gonna make a bunch of money.
So there's 2 Switches actually coming out.
Yeah,
That's what I
the
heard.
Mini and the Pro.
Yes.
Mini and the big
so,
boy.
The one will be a cheaper option for casual Nintendo gamers, a successor to the aging handheld 3DS device.
Yeah.
It loses the Joy-Con rumble, the removable Joy-Cons. Or no, sorry, I misread that.
See, the thing is, though, I don't know how that would work because a lot of the Switch's like functionality. See, it's not like the 2DS where like the 3D. I mean,
You
like
didn't really need.
for a couple games, I mean, it was
Nice.
big air quote necessary. I mean, like Mario 3D World kind of used it to its advantage, but you didn't ultimately need it. With the Switch, I feel like there's so much of it that's designed around being able to just pluck out the Joy-Cons and hand them over to someone that like...
Yeah, how are you going to play 1-2 Switch without...
Exactly. Like, that just alienates a ton of games from the library. And
Well, I'm sure you'd be able to buy Joy-Cons and hook them up to it.
yeah,
it's
but
more money to spend.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
yeah. See,
I guess you're right.
I guess it's like, I mean, I haven't had any... The only problem I've even had with the Switch to its current release is that the Joy-Cons are $80 each.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Like,
ridiculous.
That is absolutely
I can
ridiculous.
buy an Xbox One controller for like 60.
See, I lost the base to my Switch. I don't know where that is.
You lost the dock?
Yeah, like I
Oh,
lost
Those
that.
are like $100.
Yeah. I'm like,
But yeah, like with the Switch Mini, like...
it's cheaper.
Like I said, I
don't
wouldn't
know.
buy it. It doesn't bother me. It's something that I don't want to see them do as a company to just like put
Yeah.
that out there just to make money. I mean, like, there's not really a purpose to it.
Yeah, that's how I feel
in
about
that sense.
the Pro Switch, because like it's meant to enhance features and be more like
The Pro Switch, I more understand because especially in handheld mode, the Switch can kind of be a little sketchy.
Yeah, what is it like? What's the resolution?
It likes to dip sometimes.
I don't think
720?
I don't think the Switch hits 1080.
No,
It does docked.
Yeah,
Does
docked it
dock?
does.
Yes. Because during the live stream, I know we had to, because you can change it, and we had to bring it down to 720 because of the TriCaster.
Yeah, the TriCaster was not having
Yeah, you're
any of that.
But
If it had a
I see where they're coming from with the Switch Pro to kind of try and get it up to the,
Standard of gaming.
yeah.
I remember I wanted a
And like the
brighter
people who
screen.
are like, I want my graphics.
See,
Well,
I don't care about graphics.
Me
Whenever I'm playing
neither.
a game,
I mean,
like,
I want it to look decent.
Yeah, to a point. I want it to
Yeah.
look like this gen.
I ain't messing with 480. but-
I don't want to look at a PS2 game in 2019.
you want to have Lara Croft all blocky again?
says the guy who just wants a straight Persona 3 port.
Well, I mean, like with enhanced,
I know.
like texture upgrade.
No, Drew.
No, you're just the PS2, but it on the Switch.
No, I don't want. What I mean, like, I don't want a new IP looking like that. Unless
give me a Switch with a disc drive the size of a current gen disc. So the whole console is just a disc drive.
You were gonna say like a laser
It's like
disc.
it's like one of them portable.
Give me a
GameCubes.
vinyl reading Switch.
Wait, have you
Yeah,
guys
give me a
seen-
laser
I want that
disc
thing to be
Switch.
like 4 like giant iPads in size.
Wait, have you guys ever seen a laser disc?
Yeah, I've seen one.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that's
huge.
size. Just
They're
have
giant
that.
CDs. Yeah.
Just have that.
Please. Hey, remember when this was about Smash? I'll bring it back to that since we kind of went back to Nintendo. So as we know, Joker was the first of 5 DLC characters planned for launch, and he was announced at the Game Awards the day the game came out, 5 months ago. And I know at least they showed it during the video that they announced Joker that the planned release schedule for the next 4 fighters was to February 2020, meaning those windows are going to be a lot shorter. I personally thought that they were going to announce the second character at the end of the 3.0 update video, because it wasn't just about Joker. That's where they had the Smash stage builder and stuff. And so I thought they were going to do there's one more thing, and then they'd be like, here's the new character. It's Steve from Minecraft.
It's Sans Undertale.
They're an ice climber duo.
No.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously, I knew one was going to be announced at E3. I just thought it would be the third one, not the second one. But who do you think? I guess who do you think is going to be announced, or who do you want to be announced? I mean, obviously, there's some characters that we all want in Smash, but are probably not going to get in. Then there's characters that you could reason a bit more could get in. I mean,
that's hard.
Joker
now.
was as out of left field as it can get. Like,
yeah.
I still think Snake is the most out of left
Snake is
field
the
announcement.
biggest one.
Yeah, he just like came out of nowhere. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm here."
I watched the old, like, for some reason, there was a period in time where YouTube was just like, "Hey, you're probably really interested in these old Brawl announcement videos, aren't you?" And I was like, "Not really."
Have you? Guess I'll
YouTube.
click.
I haven't done anything on YouTube with Smash in a while, but sure, I'll watch it.
Have you
So
ever gotten
YouTube
the
got it right.
original Persona 4
Yes.
trailer? And then
And
it's
free.
like it looks like garbage.
Oh, it looks
The
terrible.
thumbnail.
But if anyone wants to give one,
I'll go. So the one that I think will come is probably going to be Shadow the Hedgehog or some other hedgehog character.
I was going after that 3.0
Sonic
after
and
the 3.0
Knuckles?
update video.
Mhm.
I'm almost 100% sure they're going to put in Shadow
It's probably
because
Shadow.
of the fact that they because I know Tails and Knuckles were already Mii Fighter costumes in Smash 4. Shadow's no longer an assist trophy. He got replaced by Knuckles, and
Yep.
I mean, they went as far as to give the P3 and P4 protagonists Mii Fighter costumes. They would have given Shadow one.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
It's just like plain and simple. He's going to have a similar moveset to
Joker.
He
has a gun, dude.
To Sonic. He's
No,
gonna have a
well, because
gun.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they confirmed it or if it just kind of was a common sense thing, but I don't think any of the DLC fighters are going to be Echo fighters.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say.
Well, and I mean, Shadow's unique and he can have his own moveset.
Oh,
He
yeah,
has
he's got,
chaos
like-
control.
Yeah, exactly.
Shadow would be awesome in Smash.
Yes.
And also, you could have a lot of, like, edgelord fan fiction combos with him and Joker.
Good.
It'd be great.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
And who I want is Solaire from Dark Souls or Goku, both of which are owned by Nintendo.
Are they?
Goku, Dragon Ball's,
I guess Dark Souls is on the Switch now.
yeah, partially.
Dragon Ball is also on the Switch.
Nintendo doesn't own them, but,
No,
like, I mean,
it's-
they have rights to the characters because of how...
Who knows now?
I mean,
Atlas got
We've
him.
seen they don't need the rights to the characters.
Nope. They sure
Which, I mean,
don't.
I guess Persona Q was on the 3DS, but
Yeah.
I mean... And,
That was enough.
Persona's technically an offshoot
Yeah,
of
and
Shin Megami
SMT5,
Tensei.
yeah.
That little inch, it was all they needed to just grab Joker.
I think Banjo-Kazooie has a good shot. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
The people at Rare have even been like, yeah, if they want to put Banjo-Kazooie in Smash, they totally can.
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie would have a much higher chance than Ukulele.
Yeah, they're owned by Microsoft, but even
Well,
Microsoft.
see, the thing is, I'm surprised Shovel Knight was even an assist trophy because, I mean, he's an indie character.
Mhm.
I mean, Ukulele's also indie, so, I mean...
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool if they put an indie in, like Shovel Knight or
I-
even Cuphead.
Get Binding
Sure.
of Isaac.
Throw Cuphead in. Binding of Isaac. I don't know about Binding of Isaac.
I don't know about that one.
He'd be a
Chief.
little far fetched. At least maybe a spirit. But
Well,
that'd be-
like they added Shovel Knight as an assist trophy. That was really cool of them. I'd be down for Hat Kid.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The the game that did infinitely better than Ukulele.
the game that's not on the Switch.
It is.
Oh, it is?
It's
Did it get released?
at least coming to the Switch. It is
Wow.
actually going to be there.
Okay.
I think they announced that it was gonna. I think it is actually on there right now. I know like they released a big DLC update that is coming to the Switch soon. There's the obvious one as Waluigi. I mean, see, I know they won't.
No,
at this
he's
point,
his trophy already.
because like,
He's Waluigi, dude.
see, I guess I will give Nintendo credit where credit is due. I mean, they stick to their guns about things.
yeah,
Like they're not gonna add him in just because.
the fans want him.
Which I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he deserves to be in over several characters that are in Smash. Half of the Fire Emblem cast,
Wait,
for
are
that
you saying
matter.
Petey Piranha?
Now you shut your mouth. Piranha Plant is the best addition to Smash ever. He's great. I love playing as him. He's fun. No, like, I mean, I've liked Waluigi since before he became a meme status character, and like I've wanted him in for a while. They just don't care about him.
No, they don't.
Just don't put Waluigi. Just give him his own game. Give him his own game. Just do that.
What was it? Someone's programming a game that with
Yeah.
a Waluigi-esque character as a pirate.
Yeah, well, it started as a Waluigi fan game, and then Nintendo did that Nintendo thing where they're like, no, you can't do anything with our IPs that we don't use. And then they were like, all right, we'll just make it
Look like him.
not Waluigi.
Hey guys, here is not Waluigi. Yeah, how about you, Drew? Got anybody?
I think Kiryu from Yakuza would be fun.
No.
I mean, they
That'd
won't
be
do it. They won't do it
ridiculous.
because they just added Joker, who's also
Right.
technically owned by Sega. But that'd be great. He could change styles like Shulk, because he has
Yeah.
he has 4 different battle styles. His final smash could be when he turns to the Dragon of Dojima style. That's like his ultimate fighting style.
There you go.
Because he has 3 regular ones and then 1 cool one.
Smash Bros is just going to become, instead of like where it had Smash Bros cross Persona 5, it's just going to be Smash Bros cross PlayStation All-Stars.
There you go.
Great.
We're going to, DLC Fighter 2 is going to be Kratos. 3 is going to be like Sackboy or whatever.
Sackboy.
A little big planet boy.
Could you imagine?
It's going to be great.
Could you imagine Kratos just coming in with his Blades of Chaos, just whipping those around?
At this point, yes.
Oh, you know who was in PlayStation All-Stars that I think would be good in Smash? Raiden from Metal Gear.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
The
that's-
Snake's in there. They put
That's,
Raiden in.
that's hilarious.
That'd be real good, actually.
They couldn't get Snake because he was in Brawl, so they did Raiden. That's so funny to me.
I wish they put Raiden in because Raiden's
Oh,
great.
man.
I like
Revengeance
him.
is awesome.
I like him better than Snake.
He would.
Wonder Red from Wonderful
Oh
101.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love Wonderful 101. I have not played it, but I've seen lots of gameplay, and I really want to play it. But it's not on the Switch. And don't have a Wii U.
I really hope they don't add anyone from Fire Emblem.
They probably
Like Three
will.
Houses. I hope.
I think
they-
everyone's sick of Fire Emblem. I think Nintendo knows that.
I hope they don't. Like
I have a feeling.
Corrin. I was furious when they announced Corrin. Because I mean, like, Fire Emblem Fates wasn't even out in the States yet when Corrin came out as DLC. Like, no one even had a chance of knowing who Corrin was if they weren't already a fan of Fire Emblem. So it's like, that spot could have gone to so many other characters.
Are we getting all the DLC characters this year?
Apparently.
Planned for release until February 2020.
Maybe we're gonna get a new Pokemon character from the new games.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to give Pokemon more representation than Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
We need Zelda. I want a Zelda character.
Who else is left? We've got
The
three.
champions.
Oh yeah.
I guess, because Breath of the
Impa?
Wild's on Switch. Impa could be cool.
Impa would be real, like young Impa from either Skyward Sword or technically Hyrule Warriors. They literally made a Zelda game about characters like fighting in like Dynasty Warriors style. They could have added Skull Kid. They could have added Midna.
Both those would be cool.
There, like I said, there's Impa. I mean, I know a lot of the games usually involve Link, but like,
Link.
no, they could have done Midna on Wolf Link.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 Links. We don't need another.
Yeah, listen.
It's
Well, no, I
called
mean
The
the
Legend
main
of
the main
Zelda,
character would have
duh.
been the main character would have been Midna, but I mean how she would have gotten around would have been on Wolf Link.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she could float around.
She could, but I mean,
that'd be weird.
it'd be more iconic for her to be on Wolf Link.
And her final smash could be the big spoiler for Twilight Princess.
You're right.
Yeah. The big spoiler.
It's how old now?
Old. It's like
13 years.
yeah.
Oof. Would it
'Cause
be a
it-
spoiler
It
though?
was, it was a cross.
I mean, it's still a
platform
spoiler.
movie.
I guess. Look, 13 years.
Oh, they could have added Girahim. The guy that was a assist trophy, the like
Not
not
the freaky dude from.
yeah Skyward
I
Sword.
don't like him.
Oh.
He could have been a more light sword fighter style, which would have been a cool thing for a Zelda character. I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
they kind of already have that with like some of the Fire Emblem characters, but like when compared to Ganon and Link, it would have been really cool. They could have added. I mean, like I said, there's a ton of Hyrule Warriors characters that they could have just thrown in there.
See, that's my fear. If they do add like either
They put Marin from Link's Awakening in there, a character who does nothing.
good
They put the King of Red Lions in Hyrule Warriors.
needed,
Put him in Smash. Just let me play as a boat,
he just lands on people.
A
He can't move.
please.
See, that's the thing that if they do add Solaire or any Dark Soul character, they're just going to be a sword character, so it's going to be another Fire Emblem character essentially. And if they add,
My problem isn't with sword characters necessarily. Like, I mean, if you took out the Fire Emblem characters, there'd be like 3. I guess if you don't count, if we don't repeat Link, there's 3.
Link, and Link.
Link, Ganon, and Shulk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And Goku would
And
just
Cloud.
fight like Captain Falcon, I assume, except have a little bit more range.
Goku would be. If they added it, if they added Goku, I don't even know what I'd do.
You just sit there
Like
in shock.
I wouldn't be disappointed or excited. I'd just be like,
Huh.
all right, cool. Goku's here, I guess.
Ultimate is his Spirit Bomb.
Yeah,
Hey guys, here we
Sure.
go.
that'd be it.
Or it could
I-
be like who's Final Smash? Is it Lucario's where he gets up in a giant beam
Yeah.
of light? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. It's just his
Then you can do a
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, I kind of like the Pokemon Final Smashes in 4 better when like some of them Mega Evolved. Like that was
Oh.
cool. They still do
Mhm.
in Ultimate, but they kind of combined their Mega Evolution with their like old Final Smash. Like so, like Lucario Mega Evolves, then does his Super Beam, and then
Oh,
Mewtwo
okay.
Mega Evolves, and then. Well, I guess Mewtwo's. They kind of had to give Mewtwo a new one because he wasn't in Brawl, so he didn't get a Final Smash. Charizard went back to the old Pokemon Trainer one with like
all 3.
the all-out attack.
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer is so interesting. Like, is he the only one with a rotating? Like,
Yes,
okay, cool. Thought so. Because I know
Isn't he-
Zelda is technically a rotator.
not anymore.
Oh,
No, yeah,
because
they
they made
separated her.
Oh,
Which is really
weird.
interesting because in the official Ultimate roster, Sheik is listed before Zelda.
Interesting.
Which I
That's-
guess like, given the
guess.
context of Ocarina of Time, it would make sense for them to announce Sheik as the fighter.
Yeah, but still, that's weird.
Because I mean,
Was Pokemon Trainer in 4?
Pokemon. No, just Charizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They just were like, yeah, no one plays the other 2. Let's take them out and give them Charizard.
I played Ivysaur all the time.
Squirtle. I liked playing Squirtle.
I always
What?
play Charizard.
Wow, we are all different.
Well, I guess.
Let's all play. We're locked into our
Well,
one
right,
Pokemon.
right now.
All right.
But yeah, other than that, see, that's the thing is like, part of me imagines that Joker was just a very out of left field first announcement,
Mm-hmm.
and then like the next 3 are gonna be more tame, and then they're gonna come in do something.
Just
for-
sucker punch us.
I don't know. I can't even fathom what they're gonna announce for the 5th one. Like Shadow wouldn't be. Sonic's already in Smash.
Mhm.
It's like Shadow wouldn't be that far out there.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the 3rd or 4th. Just
That's
because
fair.
I mean
I don't wanna
not
see him
not
in second.
really, but like there are kind of some similarities to Joker, so it'd kind of be like, all right, cool. So we're just gonna introduce those characters for Smash.
All edgelords only. Next up is Digimon. Just like,
Time.
that's their last one. It's just like, hey guys, Agumon.
SpongeBob SquarePants specifically from Battle for Bikini Bottom.
SpongeBob.
He's gonna have all of those abilities. Yeah, other than that, like, I don't know. Just off the top of my head, I don't really know if I can even think of
We can't guarantee any character.
any characters that I like.
Are almost sure. Yeah, no, you said that. And I was like, yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah,
there
no
was
for
like,
sures.
what was I mean? Like, I mean, I can think of some franchises where I'd be like, hey, that'd be cool. Like, I mean, 2B from Nier, and then they could be like, all right, here it is on the Switch, please. They could do. I thought they were gonna do one of the Tails characters back in Smash 4 because they have Tales of Symphonia came out for the GameCube, and then they had Abyss for the 3DS, and I was like, Symphonia is one of the most like iconic Tales of games. So I was like, if they put in the main character from that, that would make perfect sense. He'd be a sword character, but he'd be a dual wielding sword character.
Ooh.
We don't have that yet.
You're right.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of an old Nintendo game because they do like to do that sometimes.
Gino? Gino from
Oh
RPG.
yeah, from
Oh,
Mario RPG.
Yeah.
He'd be cool. I mean, going in the trend of just introducing another Mario, Paper Mario would be cool.
That would be
Paper
cool.
Mario would be alright.
I'd be okay with it.
Like-
Ultimate, he gives everyone a paper cut.
There you go.
Oh no, his ultimate would be something from one of the newer games.
From Sticker Star or 1,000 Year Door.
No, Thousand Year Door would be
Thousand Year
amazing.
Door's the good one.
Oh, it's Sticker Star. That's the bad one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sticker Star.
it'd be something from one of those.
It's
and-
just a meteor of a sticker.
You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want Paper Mario in Smash. They just make me really disappointed. They'd be like, "Hey, here's the one that you all care about, because it's the newer one, huh?" And I'd be like, "No,
Yeah.
don't
Gets a
do
lighter.
that." That's how you defeat Mario. You just get Charizard, you just fire. He's done.
Bowser, Charizard, Captain Falcon. You know.
Like, and then, man, yeah, like you said, maybe another Pokemon. Because I mean, like, I know with Greninja and Incineroar, they've gone on record saying that those Pokemon were planned like since the game's launch. Like, I mean, they just kind of happen to be the most popular ones, which I mean, having done this for over 20 years now, they can probably gather which ones are gonna be the most popular.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Choice.
Didn't they almost use the owl over?
They almost
Incineroar?
used Decidueye, yeah.
I like the
I
Decidueye.
like him too.
I thought they were gonna use him.
He was really cool.
Well, and like, because they put him in Pokken. And that's another thing too. Like, they have Pokken. Like, they have these fighting games with a lot of their characters. They could very easily just be
pull
like,
the data from that. Like, which one's the most used?
like adapt a moveset into Smash. Because I mean, even if like Incineroar, they kind of like gave him kind of his own thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not all just like Pokemon moves and that kind of nonsense. But yeah, no, we're probably gonna get Fighter 2.
May or June.
I mean, E3 would make sense. They might even announce 2 at E3.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just like one at the beginning and then one at the end. I don't think that's likely.
Well,
Well, that's the thing is Joker's announcement to his launch was 5 months. From now until the supposed end of all 5 of their announcements is well, from E3 to then is only 8 months. So that's 2 months window per character, which makes sense lining up with the directs, but like,
Yeah.
because you release one for the holiday, you get one announced during the holiday, and then it finally gets released in February. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously
I'm trying to think of any duo characters like that or a tag team like signature
Banjo
thing.
Kazooie, like I said.
Yeah, that-
Banjo and Kazooie.
They could do like Plusle and Minun.
That'd be cool.
That'd be alright.
I mean, they're popular enough. They're Pikachu clones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Pikachu clones.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind another legendary. I don't know. I don't know who they do.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot of like smaller combatant type legendaries.
Deoxys.
Yeah, Deoxys would be.
Deoxys
good.
is
Deoxys
man
would be-
size.
He could even use his forms.
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be real cool.
Even though they've kind of been like, yeah, we don't want any more form characters, but like, that'd be really cool.
understand.
I
want
like
them to do
transformations. What can I
that.
say?
They're okay.
I think they certainly add depth to certain characters.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
true.
I mean, especially now that they've kind of if they didn't make such a statement of like, we're kind of done with form characters as of Smash 4, I could see them doing it to make Deoxys a little more unique, but like now I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd probably get either attack form or base form, if anything.
Yeah, man, that'd be really cool though.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably about all the time we have for today on this episode of the Goofcast. We talked about a lot: Smash, new consoles, Pokemon, what have you. Who knows what we'll talk about next time? But if you want to hear more, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on all the social medias, and do all that fun stuff. I'm Kyle,
I'm Cameron.
And I'm Drew.
and thank you for taking the time to goof off with us.